This summer, our first guest made it socially acceptable for young men to wear Ray-Bans with white underwear and tube socks around the house. His new sci-fi thriller, Oblivion, opens in theaters a week from tomorrow. Please welcome Tom Cruise. I want to tell you something. I want to admit to something. We were spying on you yesterday because you had the premiere of your movie across the street. And you are a nut. You shook hands and took pictures with every single person out there.
It was fun.
For hours.
It was fun.
Is that really fun?
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It was great because that was an old school Hollywood premiere. We had the bubble ship, the spaceship there, and everyone was there. It was cool seeing everybody
Your
come
assistant
out.
must have a tub of Purell the size of a beer keg. That I mean, that is a lot
of Sharpies.
A lot of germs that are being spread around there. Yeah. Well, it's good to see you.
I didn't think about the germs.
Yeah, you got to think about the germs.
I didn't know that.
Some people think about the germs
Do they?
constantly.
Yeah, not
oh
me.
yeah, there's a couple of people
Not me.
on our staff here.
Do they?
Oh yeah, who think a lot about germs. Maybe too much about germs. Everything going well? You all right?
Going good. It's
You
going good,
the
man.
premiere was good?
It's a lot of fun.
You've been in
A lot
so
of
many
fun.
of these premieres now, obviously. What was the first? Do you remember your first one?
Yeah, I do actually. I remember a film called Taps, and we were had
that
a
was
big
a good
premiere
one. Yeah.
at the Ziegfeld in New York, and the studio was Fox. Producers were great, and they put me in a limo, and I got to go to this premiere. But as I'm driving to the premiere, I'll never forget, I'm in a limo, probably for one of the first times ever in my life, and I look out the window, and there's Bill Murray walking down the street, and I thought, I want to roll my window down and yell something to him, or maybe tackle him, you know. But I went to the premiere instead.
You went to the premiere and
But it was
said,
pretty cool.
well, that's a pretty
That was a
good
moment.
sighting.
That was a moment.
Okay, so the Taps was the first movie, and then you've had others since then, right? Correct?
I've done a few.
And when you have a movie, it's not just in the United States. It's like your movies open big all over. I feel like you're always on a world tour of some kind at all times. Like, where have you gone for this movie so far?
We went to Moscow so far, went to London, where else did I go? Vienna, Rio, Argentina.
It's
Gonna
crazy.
Go Taipei, went to Taipei.
That's a
Gonna-
lot of germs you collected.
Gonna-
Yeah. You may be spreading
I'm
the
gonna go to
swine flu.
Tokyo, China, New York.
You were in Ireland, what, like last week?
Yeah, it was amazing.
What happened there? They did
It
something
was
for
incredible.
you, right?
As a gift, they went and they researched my family, you know, and they went. It was an amazing story. These two wonderful women, as a gift, they did this to me.
Wow.
They gave me a cert, and they traced my family back to like the 9th century in Ireland. It was, I had no idea that it went back that far.
What was the family name?
Cruz.
Oh, really? It was Groot.
Yeah, Cruz.
That far back?
Yeah, Cruz. And there was like, I found out like my ancestors were the rulers of North Ireland. And
Of course they were.
had-
Of course they were. Well, your ancestors could have been peasants.
They said, look, I said, please, don't, you know, they said you can't make this up. There was a town, they owned a town called Hollywood.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
It was so wild. The one guy was a famine hero.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, that's what I said. What's a famine hero? That he was in New York, and this guy who was running their estates wanted to throw the tenants off the farm. And he got on a boat in the middle of autumn and winter, went all the way back, and reinstated the tenants on the farm and fired the lawyer, and they had this big dinner for him and celebrated.
Wow.
They were like knights for Strongbow in the 12th century. And
Did they have a family crest that they showed you?
yeah, I mean, they said we could be here for a long time talking about it. I only had 40 minutes, and
Right.
they showed me like a picture where the foundation of the castle was and the manor. And
There's a castle, a Cruz
I know.
Castle?
It was like they said that, you know, my family owned most of Dublin at a certain point, and
That's unbelievable.
it was unbelievable. I mean, it was wild.
Yeah,
So I
that's good.
said reclamation.
Did they ask you for money at any time?
I know, maybe they tell everyone that,
Yeah,
but
you
you
have
know.
to be careful.
I know.
Oh yeah, come. It's like
Yeah.
Cruiseville
Yeah,
over here. Everybody's cruising over here.